Okay, so the day has come where Joey, our welder, is gonna put the different pieces in place so he can tack the main supports so that we can take this hardtop off and finally finish it.
Doesn't look like Erica's excited at all, does it?
Hi, we are Erica and Davy, an adventurous, slightly crazy couple who has taken on the challenge that is a hurricane-damaged catamaran. We have come so far. Subscribe to our channel to follow our journey. Take a chance. You never know how perfect something may turn out to be. That's my little happy dance. Davy!
Didn't you just wash up here?
Yes.
What happened to the floor?
Take your damn shoes off.
Joey didn't.
His feet weren't as bad as yours, clearly. Really, Fox? Really?
Yay, dirt.
I clean the boat for him and he makes a mess.
She didn't clean the boat for me. She cleaned it for herself and Foxy.
Hey, Fox. Okay, so as you can see beside me here, we have the stainless steel that's going to be the main supports for the hardtop. It is 2-inch, I believe, which is a lot bigger than the original supports that the hardtop had. I believe the original was what, 1 1/4?
1 1/4 was the original.
1 1/4 for the original hardtop, and that obviously was not strong enough because it came off. I know it was a big hurricane that did it, but it still broke. So I'm happy we've gone with a slightly heavier gauge of stainless, and look how shiny it is. That was really high pitched. So remember how much of a pain in the ass it was to put these on?
Well, now we gotta take the damn things off.
Oh, it's a bit windy today.
Yeah, that'll be typical. By the time we're ready to take the hardtop off, it'll be a small hurricane. It's tight. We should have made this higher.
Greg,
your design was flawed. But we still love you. I think we realised this when we put it on, didn't we? Yeah. It was really hard to do it. They're free!
they're free!
They're free! These 4 anyway, I haven't got this one, but while I'm here I'm going to grab these 2 nuts. How the hell did we even get to that?
That's when you broke that.
Was it? Or did we stand on the davits to get to that
Maybe on the davits.
I think it was doing up this one that I put a crack in the hardtop. I'm not sure. Anyway, we got that off.
Alright, let's move them. Alright. So now the mission is to get this bad boy off the boat.
We've got a bit more prep to do before it actually comes off. So I'm going to have to go searching around in some of the scrap wood piles around here, find a few bits of wood. I'm also going to have to go and find some long screws to hold it together, and we're going to use these old sawhorses like that one over there on the floor and make some stands for these guys to stand up on. I'm going to put them upside down first, is the way. I'm going to work on the insides first. Once the inside's done, we'll flip them over, they'll be a bit more solid, and then we can work on the outside, because the outside's just a bit of fairing and painting, really. Sanding, fairing, painting, sanding, fairing, painting. It's always sanding, so much bloody sanding on a boat. But anyway, I'm just going to get a couple of the awkward nuts and bolts out, because there's loads of these. So while I was standing there, I thought I'd get a few of the awkward irons out, and when we've got a handful of people to give us a hand to get this off and we're ready, then it'll be just the easy ones left to get out. That's my thoughts.
And then my plan is to drop kick the wood off the boat.
If it doesn't fall off.
If it doesn't just fall off. I didn't get that on camera.
You weren't really supposed to. That's close enough, it's between the lines.
So we're building a jig for the bigger piece of the hardtop.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put something as reasonable, as level as possible. So when I've got the hardtop upside down, I don't want to be super twisted. So if I've got it level this way, level that way, level here, here, and here, within, I'm just going to go between the lines. I can't be 100% accurate, but it will be a lot better than trying to do it without leveling anything, because otherwise the hardtop might change shape as we foam it, re-glass it, and then of course the stainless steel won't fit.
Right. Let's crack on.
Crack on. Hold it in, suck it in, suck it in.
Crack on. That's just a fart.
That's what Ken says, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not a belly, that's just a fart. What's Ken say? This is a belly.
Love you, Ken. How are those screws holding up?
Pretty good.
We don't want it to fall off. The main goal is we don't want the hardtop to completely fall off the back of the boat, because these pieces of wood aren't that strong anymore.
And we've taken out their supports.
Yeah, the supports are gone. Don't shake it too much. Davy.
Why are you scared of?
Alright.
Scared of. Don't be a scaredy cat. What's the worst thing now? Get crushed and die?
I might have to start from scratch on the hardtop.
You wouldn't have to start from scratch.
Oh. We're getting close.
I don't think there's any screws left holding it together.
Oh, nice.
So we're not looking forward to any big gusts. The glue's still wet.
What type of glue is
It's
it?
not dry.
Dominican.
That's Dominican, that is.
Oh. Can't fold it, it's still sticking together.
Oh, but yeah, there was a lot of bolts too. We just took about 25 bolts out here.
Do you have to do that all the way along?
Yes.
Fun. Well, that wasn't easy, but
Hey, this is like when we got them.
seriously guys, I've been melting today. I had no idea how much of a difference the hardtop actually made for keeping the inside of the boat cooler. It has been so hot today and the sun just comes straight in the door. It's nuts. But anyways, let's go show what Davy's been up to working on the hardtop. Let me get my shoes on. So empty. I feel like it makes Barefoot look a lot smaller.
Well, there she is, guys. On her stands. I did level out these stands as well yesterday. I don't think we filmed it, but I made a couple of frames here. I used up some sawhorses I found in the boatyard, some bits of wood off the scrap pile, just to level it up. Because this, we have to make sure that this keeps its same shape while I'm doing the foaming and the glassing. Because obviously we've just done all the measurements for the stainless, and if I change its shape, they ain't gonna fit properly. So I'm pretty confident we've got that bit right. Next step, I've actually just started along this side. I'm going all the way around the edges first, just to sand them up, clean them up. We slap this paint on real quick and put it on really too thick as well. This is the same type of paint, polyurethane based paint that we're using on the hulls or the top sides, and if you put it on too thick it runs, and I certainly found that out when we slapped this. But was it Greg and I that put this on, wasn't it? I think it might have been.
Or me?
Well, it might have been you, I can't remember. Anyway, we did it in the Dominican Republic when we were on the water there. So time to sand that back so it's going to be ready for fairing and stuff. Other jobs that we got to do while it's in this position, we need to get the core in there. So, but actually before the core, I actually need to do, we've got the new areas where we're going to be fixing things. So the stainless goes here. This is a support bracket which goes on here, and these are going to be bolted through the hardtop. So I don't want a foam core where we're actually going to build to. So I'm actually going to build up a thickened solid support system. Once they're in place, I will put plastic across the top of the ribs, if you would, with slits in the plastic, a little bit like we did on the rudders in Luperon, when we had to recore them. And we'll mix up, throw it in, seal it. Our fingers crossed it doesn't go everywhere. It's a bit of a messy process, but we're going to give it a good go. Got a hell of a job to go today and tomorrow. Basically, I think I'm going to try and get this done by Wednesday. Today is Sunday, so bear with me. I'm going to get hot, sweaty, and there'll probably be some swear words. Got things jacked into the right place. We had a little bit of a gap under here. I've used this ingenious system of a piece of old wood wedged up against our anchor. That's pushed that back into place. There was some delaminated fiberglass in this area here on the stringer, so I've cut that back, cleaned it up so it's ready for glassing. This area is ready for glass, and here, and the repair here where there's a small crack and it leaks.
Why was there a crack there, babe?
Because I walked on it last time and it wasn't finished and they didn't like it. But I reckon we should be able to make a good progress. It looks so much better now it's trimmed on the edge as well.
Yeah, Andy.
Yeah, sorry Andy for the times that you cut your head open on this corner of the hardtop. It's now actually squared off, flattened, and it's going to be, so next time it'll still hurt because it'll be solid, but at least it won't cut your head open. I think I found a few hairs of yours stuck in it.
Like I was saying upstairs, it makes such a difference. It's so much hotter without this thing up there. It just lets the heat straight in the boat, so craziness.
So if you haven't got yourself a leaf blower on your boat yet, multiple purposes. One, gets the dust off you. Two, you can actually get sand and bits of stuff out of the cockpit and off the back, sugar scoops, you can blow it off. You can dry the boat off with it, and also you can pump the dinghy up with it. If you keep getting a flat pontoon or something, give it a quick whizzle with this. It's not quite as hard as it should be, but it puts the air back in the dinghy. Multiple use, not sponsored whatsoever, but one of my favourite tools this week.
You're so proud of yourself.
I love this thing. It's like a little mini guitar. Look. So I've got things laid up now pretty much. I've got one more. So these are the supporting areas where the brackets are going to be going on for the stainless. So instead of, we're going to through bolt them through the hardtop, but I don't want foam in those areas. So I'm building it up with 3/4 inch marine ply. That's actually a piece of 1/2 inch. I'm building up 2 pieces of 3/4 inch, 1 piece of 1/2 inch, and that puts us pretty close there by the time I've adjusted it with some glass. It's not just Erica that does yogurt. I do boat yogurt.
So that's like a downward dog, kind of.
It's like an old man struggling.
You're not that old, babe. Put that leg higher.
Fuck off.
I was kidding. Everything is sticky. I really need to get the camera
Give us a
on.
cuddle, babe.
So for the hardtop, we are using Total Boat epoxy again, but for this one, we are using the medium hardener one.
Now, due to temperatures and stuff like that, the slow is good in Florida. It's not super hot yet. If it was full summer, I would have gone with the slow hardener, but a medium hardener means I can work a little bit quicker. So that's why we're with the medium.
So it's coming along. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of us taking off the hardtop and finally starting to work on it. Sorry, it's bright this morning. But stay tuned for next week where we really start working on this hardtop. We fix it, foam it, and make it look great. We also want to say a massive thank you to all of our patrons. We couldn't do this without you, so thank you so much. We want to do a big shout out to Total Boat as well. Thank you so much for sponsoring us in this project. We really couldn't do it without you.